AI-powered animal facial recognition, identifying elephants, tigers, and bears. It is the silence of dawn that causes the woodland to quietly awaken. The soil is reverberating with the distant rumble of an elephant's footsteps. The shadow of a tiger is dissipating into the thicket, and a solitary bear is quietly padding along a ridge in the mountains. People have been trying to track and study these elusive giants for generations. A new ally, artificial intelligence, is transforming the way that conflict is being fought today. But this is not artificial intelligence in the sense that we have seen it used in city monitoring or in smartphone apps. Rather, it is AI that has been trained to recognize the faces of animals and to differentiate individuals based on the most minute physical features. Could this be the beginning of a new era in the conservation of wildlife? One in which every animal is not merely a member of a species, but rather a known and traceable individual whose existence can be verified? When it comes to elephants, the details are what make them so fascinating. The ripped edge of an ear, the curve of a tusk, and the distinctive pattern of wrinkles that radiate out across their leathery skin. Not only are these peculiarities in appearance, but they are also biological signatures that are just as distinguishable as a human face. The conservationists teach artificial intelligence models to memorize these differences by feeding thousands of photos of elephants into deep learning systems. This allows the programs to recognize the same elephant years later, even after it has suffered injuries or changed its weight. It is possible to obtain vital identification data from a variety of sources, including camera traps concealed along migration patterns, drones flying quietly overhead, and even photographs taken by tourists and uploaded to online databases. Without the use of tranquilizers, collars, or invasive tagging, the machines will learn to see through the peaceful and patient process of learning to see. If one day we were able to track an entire wild elephant herd across Africa in real time without a single human being crossing into their path, would that be the ultimate success of ethical monitoring? Or would it result in a blurring of the boundary between protection and surveillance? Different challenges are presented by tigers, and these challenges are not inscribed in wrinkles but in stripes. Each tiger's coat is a unique black and orange pattern that cannot be replicated. This pattern is determined by genetics and is fixed from birth. Understanding these stripe patterns at a level that cannot be matched by the human eye requires the use of machine learning models, which are frequently driven by convolutional neural networks. These models evaluate thousands of photos. Even when a tiger is partially obscured by shadows or when images are of varying quality, artificial intelligence is able to identify it with a level of certainty that is surprising. The mapping of tiger populations in India and Southeast Asia has already been accomplished with the help of this technology, which has revealed how tigers move between regions and which animals are reproductive. The advantages are enormous. Anti-poaching patrols can be dispatched straight to high-risk areas, and conservationists can monitor genetic variety without having to capture a single animal. In spite of this, there is a truth that many people find unsettling. The same accuracy that helps preserve tigers may also be weaponized by those who would cause harm to them. Bears, with their thick coats and less spectacular markings, may appear to be more difficult to distinguish at first glance. Nevertheless, artificial intelligence is demonstrating that even minute characteristics, like as the length of a muzzle, the distance between the eyes, or changes in the color of fur, can serve as an accurate fingerprint. Communities that are located in close proximity to bear habitats may find this technology to be a game changer. Animals that are known to be problem bears, and that are known to raid rubbish or farms on a regular basis, could be identified and tracked before they get into danger. AI-assisted identification could potentially assist wildlife managers in relocating people without causing injury to them, hence minimizing the danger of harm to humans, as well as the number of animals that are killed. However, at what point does such continuous monitoring lose its status as conservation and begin to feel more like an attempt to exert control over the freedom of a wild creature? Huge datasets that have been thoroughly categorized are essential to the operation of the technology behind the scenes. To construct a facial recognition system for elephants, it may be necessary to collect tens of thousands of images from a range of perspectives. Each of these photographs would be labeled with the identification of the animal by qualified researchers. This would be done in order to develop the system. It is necessary to have image libraries that are equally strict for tigers and bears. These libraries are usually built over the course of decades of investigation. As soon as they have been educated, these artificial intelligence algorithms are able to analyze new images in a matter of seconds by comparing them to worldwide databases that are kept on the cloud. Imagine a ranger in a distant jungle snapping a photograph of a tiger at midnight and receiving the animal's name, age, the last known location, and its medical history in a matter of seconds by the time the photograph was taken. This would be a remarkable advancement in the field of wildlife conservation. The swift response of this kind has the potential to become the new norm for conservation measures in the field where they are implemented. Nevertheless, this transformation is not without its own set of challenges. The information that is gathered through the use of camera traps belongs to the local community, the researchers, or the global conservation network. Is it appropriate to conceal sensitive location information from public records in order to prevent exploitation, even if doing so restricts their ability to collaborate with scientists? When artificial intelligence makes a mistake in identifying an animal, it might bias population numbers and cause conservation monies to be misdirected. When it comes to conservation circles, these problems are no longer merely hypothetical. Rather, they are now being discussed. To put that into perspective, the possibilities are enticing. A global wildlife registries might be established with the assistance of artificial intelligence facial recognition. These registries would provide each elephant, tiger, or bear with a digital identity and a life story that spans many continents and decades. The migration paths could be tracked without causing any disturbances. The hazards of poaching could be stopped before they occur, and the conflicts between humans and wildlife could be controlled with surgical precision. However, the question that is more important is not what artificial intelligence is capable of doing. Rather, it is what humans will choose to do with it. Artificial intelligence may not be able to completely replace the human role in conservation, but it has the potential to make our work immensely more effective, provided that we are prepared to strike a balance between innovation and ethics. All of the technology is prepared. Waiting for them are the animals. Is that the question that we are?